Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to this session. Yes, okay. Today's session is about, okay, let me show my slide so that you can know where are we today. Yes, today we are going to talk about rock your data with Power Query. It's a group study number 2. And previously we have 2 sessions. The very first session is to jumpstart to let you feel much more comfortable working with Power Query. And few weeks ago, it was group number 1, study group number 1. So that means is we go through a scenario, slow and steady. So now it's a group number 2. And just curious, how many of you have attended previous session? If you do, please type number 1. If you attended one of previous sessions, if you attend 2 previous sessions, please type number 2. If you attended none, type number 0 in the chat. If you attended one of the previous sessions, type 1. If you have attended 2, type 2. If you attended none, type 0. So this is for me to know where are you now and what kind of things I could do adjust. Okay. Thank you for responding. I can see all of you have attended at least one sessions before. Very good. 0. Okay. Welcome to this session. Well, welcome. Because the difficulties will be getting higher and higher. And just to let you know, I have scheduled for this kind of session at least 2 sessions every single month. So that means until end of the year. So if you follow this one slow and steady, and by the time you reach the year end, when you look back, you are way better than beginning of the year. So that's whole intention to make sure you are able to learn this one and acquire this skill slow and steady. So that's my intention here. Okay, yes. And if you have friends, your colleague, they are not aware this session is available, please do share the link with them. You can go to Zoom and you can share the link immediately. Ask them to hop in. So this is a 2-hour session, starts from 9 until 11. So 2 hours is very packed and it's going to have more time for you to practice. Whenever you practice, you have some question, feel free to ask. When you ask, you are helping our learner together. Everyone in the room is able to learn from a different perspective. And yep, so okay, I haven't jumpstart the whole thing. Okay, please type hi or hello in the chat so we greet each other together. Just type hi or hello, aloha, or whichever polite way that you prefer. And type in the chat hi, hello, or whichever polite way you want to greet each other. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Nadira. Hi, Tan, Nuru, Balan, Divava. Welcome. Hello, everyone. So today we are going to learn about Power Query. And prior to that, I want to share a quick agenda today. Ding, ding. And now we are in the welcome and introduction. After that, I will recap the R.O.C.K your framework. The R.O.C.K framework, just in case some of you need to have a quick refresher. And for some of us, you are very first time here. At least you know which part of the framework we are going to apply today. And we are going through the R.S.M, a quick refresher, why we want to learn all these things and why we are doing what we are doing today. Then we are going to apply the R in the R.O.C framework in our learning. Then we have a lot of practice time. And towards the end, we have a quick update and the closing. So prerequisite, some prerequisite. You need to use at least Excel 2019 and above running on Windows. If you're on Mac, the behavior will be slightly different. If you're running on online Excel, WPS, or Google Sheet, the functionality totally different. So I was not able to cover all those variations. Mac still possible. Mac running on 365. And you know how to use Power Query Editor. If you do not know, it's a quick way to jumpstart. Okay, at least you know how to enter to Power Query Editor, rename them one by one, rename the step, rename the column, edit the data type. And these are the fundamental things you want to know. And you want to be focused. If you miss one step, you will need to watch the recording. I may not able to have time to repeat the same thing again. Okay, so if you are able to, okay, let me rephrase my question. If you are able to, what happened to me early morning? If you fulfill these prerequisites, please type number 1. If you do not, please type number 0 or partially type the decimal in between them. I just want to have a quick gauge. Where are we at this moment? If you're able to fulfill all, type number 1. If you can't fulfill all, type number 0 or decimal, that means something in between. Yep, thank you, Nuru. Thank you, Tan. Thank you, Balan. How about the rest? Are you in the room? Okay, we have about 15 people in the room. I expect more responses. Okay, only 2-3 active response. And some of you, oh my goodness, I'm not running all those things. If you are not running one of these, or if you're not aware, for example, number 1, perfectly okay, you are able to continue, just observe and how the things work. And in between, I will share what are the mistakes people might be making. At least you are aware. And if you're not familiar with Power Query Editor, they are recording later on. I will share in the group as well, so you can have a quick recap. Focus and focus and focus. This is something unavoidable. I could not replace you, so you need to be here. Thank you for 4 respondents. Thank you. Really appreciate for your time here. Not sure about number 2. Yep. Then follow lor. Can I just follow? Okay. I attempt to jumpstart a little bit faster. Good. So now have a quick intro about me so that you can know who am I and why am I here and how can my past experiences able to help you. My name is Tai. The full name is Tai Choo Tack. And last time there was a music composer saying my name is so boring. And he suggested me to use the name of ExcelSifu because of 3 reasons. The first reason, my hair very short. Second reason, I'm very skinny. And the third reason, I'm vegetarian. If you go online and search for ExcelSifu, you're able to find me in YouTube and also in LinkedIn. And in my very first career, I was a programmer. So that means I'm quite comfortable with keyboard. I'm quite okay with all the non-human language. And with AI nowadays, we could do automation like macro, VBA, all those things really fast. So that means I'm able to help you to automate your manual work. Then on my next career, I was involved in SAP ERP as a techno-functional. So that moment taught me there are a lot of data or reports in the system. Very often, people download those data and reports and do the magic in Excel and submit to their management, which is very common. There are ways to make it easier and faster just by using humble Excel. Then I move on to my career to project management. That was a moment taught me the importance of report. Our management makes very critical decisions just by going through the report alone. So fast and accurate report are very, very critical. So there are ways to make it faster and easier for us to prepare and also faster and easier for our management to read. There are a few tips there. In one fine day, in year 2013, my boss came to me and said, Tai, thank you very much for your contribution, and this is the letter. There was a moment I got retrenched. I was a bit lost. I'm not quite sure what to do. And something close to my heart during my career, I was conducting internal training. So I feel the sense of fulfillment, satisfaction when I see people grow, when I see people learn something new. So that was a moment I decided to become a trainer until today. After becoming a trainer, I always wanted to have my own book. After 10 years of working, preparing the book, I managed to come out the very first book called Rock Your Data. Then I continue with the second year, Excel for HR. The following year, data-driven sales leadership. And this year, Find Your Insight is work in progress. So this shows people how to have a structured thinking. With or without AI, they're able to come out the report that's relevant to their management or to their audience. So this is overall about me. So now we come back to here. Are you ready to start? If you do, please type ready in the chat. If you're ready to start, please type ready in the chat. I also type ready. Yes. Yes, ready, 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 ready. Yes, we are going to have a fun time here. And we are going to recap the R.O.C. framework quickly, at least for some of our new friends here, they are aware what is R.O.C. about. Now it's the R.O.C. framework. And guess what is this? You do not have much details on this picture. Guess what is this? Type in the chat. For those of you who know the answer, you type the wrong answer. Guess what is this? You might feel a bit uncertain. Just type no right, no wrong. Some of you may guess it's a black cloud, black ink, black hole. Okay, so the details is very limited because we only can see the surface, and what we could do, what we could guess is this object is a bit rough, not very smooth. Yeah, black and white. Thank you, Choo. Yeah. So if I want to know more about this one, I will need to switch on the light to see the surface. This is an object retrieved during Apollo 15 mission. And this from Moon. And on the surface, it has big, small holes. They are not even. The color, okay lah, just like a normal rock. If I want to know more about this object, what I could do, I take a sample, enter the lab, and place it under microscope to take this colorful photo. Yeah, so that is the same object. We have 3 different levels of observation. That brings us to the 3 levels of silhouette, the surface, and microscopic level of observation. So that means we can observe the same thing on our data just by using R.O.C. framework. R stands for rectangle, something we could check whether our data has no blank rows, no blank columns, and it grows vertically as no merging. O, only one. We start checking on our spreadsheet, the surface, make sure it has no, one cell, one data, one record, one row, and one header. C, we are going to deep dive for the microscopic level of inspection because we want to be careful. Our data may have trapped like extra spaces, date, width, without decimal, and yep. In order to make our data reusable for the subsequent reportings, we want to keep raw data raw. There are 3 things we do not want to do. We do not want to change the data directly. We do not want to add new column in between our data, and definitely a no for any color coding. Let's go through some examples here. In your work, have you seen something like this? People add blank rows, blank columns just to differentiate different months, different branch, different quarter, different product, and so on. Do you see this? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Do you see this? Yes, many of you have seen this before. It's very, very common. Whenever we have blank, it looks okay for human. If I want to analyze such data, Excel will behave a little bit differently. Because whenever there's blank, Excel perceives them as 2 different set of data. So that causes some haywire. So what we need to do, remove all the blanks to make sure it's one continuous block of data like the one on the right side. And next one is vertical table. In a very common situation when we download the summary from server and it has certain data on the top like this one, the month and the year. Whenever there's new months coming in, it will expand towards right side. When it's more record coming in, it will go downwards. So this kind of table, it doesn't have consistent number of rows and columns. So it goes all direction. Because the number of columns are not consistent, it's very challenging for us to log on the specific column and summarize it. So how to work around? What we want is, we want to make sure everything goes vertically like these 3 columns. Alpha, everything goes vertically. The number goes vertically. Same goes with the date, it goes vertically. Whenever there are new records coming in, it always goes towards the bottom. By having 3 consistent columns, it's very easy for us to analyze such data without readjusting the whole thing. And the next thing is merging. Yes, in your work, have you seen the merging before? Yes or no? Let me know. It's for me, I have seen this a lot. Very, very common. Because whenever the thing is merged, it looks simplified. It's not so complex. For us, we know number 10, 20, 30, they belongs to alpha. If I just filter the data for alpha, I only see number 10. Because the merging, you will perceive the subsequent cells as blank. So how? Okay, what we want is we do not want to have any merging. Everything goes one by one. And yeah, it has no merging. Today's session is mainly talking about rectangle. The remaining, the O, C, and K, we will cover in the future sessions. Now, let's have a quick recap on the R.O.C. framework. R stands for rectangle. Later on, what we want to focus on is we want to make sure our data has no blank rows, no blank columns. It grows vertically and has no merging. O.C.K, we will cover in the future sessions. Okay. And at the same time, I have this book called R.O.C. Your Data. This book, it shows the root causes of many struggles a person might be encountered whenever they're using spreadsheet or Excel. It shows the generalized principles. It doesn't show us how, it just shows what is the end result we want to have. Because it uses general principles, you can apply the similar thinking, not only in Excel, in almost every other spreadsheet or some other similar data. Because in Excel, there are many ways to achieve same result. Like we can use formulas, we can use macros, VBA, we could use Power Query, which is what we are going to learn today, and we could use Python and some other methods. And because of this book, there's one specialized course is called R.O.C. Your Data with Power Query. Specialized 2 days, how we're able to learn the R.O.C. framework, apply it, and clean up our data using Power Query. What we are going to learn is one of the small parts from this 2 days workshop. And this book is available in MPH, Popular, and Kinokuniya. Thank you for your support. Okay, so this is what we have. And this is a quick recap about R.O.C. framework. And now we want to have a quick recap why we want to use R.O.C. framework and Power Query in our work today. Because of this R.S.M. R stands for reusability. And very often when a person created a report, when they're different months, different quarter, it's not easy for them to reuse. Often they need to restructure a lot of formulas, a lot of data. Whenever there's a rework, there is a wastage. So that means they are wasted the working hour. Yeah, unavoidable. We want to make sure the whole thing is reusable. And secondly, we want to make sure it is scalable. Scalable means whenever there are new columns added on the right side or on the left side, you will be able to accommodate additional column, additional row, maybe there are additional files. It is able to grab the whole thing automatically. Scalability is the things we want to have in our report. And the third one is maintainability. Change is unavoidable. Whenever there's a change required on our step, on our process, rather than redo the whole thing, what we could do is just minimal adjustment and the whole thing works again. So these are the 3 reasons or the secret why we want to learn it today so that we are able to have an easier reporting. Reusability, scalability, and maintainability. So this is the 3 secrets. Now we are going to apply the R in the R.O.C. framework. Before we go in, I just want to have us to walk through the thinking process. The R, we want to have no blank row, no blank columns, and it grows vertically as no merging. Let's look at this one. Look at this one. Using the R, What not so right about this data? Type in the chat. What is your observation? Type in the chat. We have the no blank rows, no blank columns, merging, and it grows vertically. Yep. Merging, blank. Okay, thank you. What else? Yes, merging, blank. What else? Blank columns. Okay, you have blank columns. As blank rows. Okay, type in the chat. What is your observation? Blank, merge, horizontal data. Very good. Thank you, Nadira. Very good. Says horizontal data. And often we are not aware. Yes, very good. So these are the three things. Yes, blank columns. Yes, blank rows. And yes, merging. Whenever it has more data, it might add in the future. So that means the data, it goes horizontally and it's not vertical. Yeah, so these are the three things we have observed just by looking at the data alone. So when we apply the R framework, the R in the R.O.C.K framework, we are able to avoid hiccup in the future. So how to work around? Ching, ching, ching. We have this one. I'll go back to here. We remove the blank column, remove the blank rows. And because there's a merging, in Power Query later on, we have something called fill down. That means based on the very first record, copy the very first record, copy downwards towards the blank underneath. That's called fill down. And I have Jan, Feb, March. So we want to have something called unpivot. If I use this method in some Excel version, if I choose Jan, Feb, March, unpivot, it only remembers only unpivot Jan, Feb, March. Whenever there's additional data added towards right side, it will not able to recognize correctly in some version of Excel. To be on the safer side, rather than choose the column, we want to unpivot. Unpivot means to bring it vertical. We want to go the other way around. We want to choose name and region. Only having these two columns fixed as a vertical column, and the remaining on the right side, it changed to vertical. So that's called unpivot other columns. So that means in the future, when I have more columns added, it will automatically grab the whole thing. So this is a key thing about scalability. So we want to anticipate future data. So now we have this thing and everything goes vertically. Now we want to see the before and after. We have this one. The one on the left side is a before. There's blank rows, blank column, and so on. It's not easy to analyze. Really, really very difficult. Whenever we have applied the R from the R.O.C.K framework, we will see this result. Everything goes vertically. As a name, vertical, there's one column for name, one column for region, one column for the month, and one column for the value. So this is what we have. When our data goes in this way, it's very easy for us to summarize either using formula, using pivot table, or some other ways that you prefer. So this is what we want to have. So far, up to now, if you're able to follow up to now, please type number 1. If you have any question, type number 0 and follow by your question. If you're able to follow up to now, type number 1. If you have any question, type number 0 and follow by your question. So I just want to monitor the chat. Thank you, Narira. And how about the rest? Okay, good. Hey, this is participation now, participation. Okay, good. Thank you for the participation. I see there's no question. Now is the time for practice. Okay, practice time. Let me go back to my file. Let me do my file. Okay. Have you all gotten your file? Yep, let me get my file. If you have received your file from the group chat, please type number 2. Type number 2 if you have received the file from the group chat. Okay, good. At the same time, for those of you you have not received, please type in the, okay, Let me forward again to the group chat. Okay, good. Whenever you open the file, remember, do not double click on the zip file, because when you double click, it will give you something differently. Let me show you what does that mean. This is a zip file. If I double click, it brings me to a folder. It looks okay. If I see something like this and there's something called extract all, when you see the wording extract all, so that means you are still inside a zip file or compressed file. Alternatively, you could observe there's something called compressed size. What you need to do, extract all first. If you do not do so, later on, you will not able to continue. Okay, so now just want to have a little bit brief moment, double check, make sure you have extract all. Okay, if you have done the extract all, please type number 3 in the chat. Okay, I'm just moving around to check my power, make sure my computer is power on. Okay, good. 333. Okay, got it. How many of you need more time? If you need more time, type number 0. Once we started, it's not easy for me to stop and repeat. Yeah. If any of you need more time, type number 0. Okay, thank you. I see 1. Okay. Let me temporarily pause the sharing. If you need support, please share your screen. If you need support, for those of you who are online, please share your screen, yeah? Noliana, so far, if you need assistance, please share your screen. Share your screen is go to middle bottom of your Zoom chat and done. Okay, good. Very good. So now we are able to, my computer got some problem. I'm not using, okay. Thank you, Link, for letting me know. Now we continue. So everything is ready. Go to learning. These files, they are CSV. Sometimes it looks like Excel file, but they are CSV file. In the group study number 1, we gone through the same situation using Excel file. Now we are going to use CSV file, similar data. Let me open to demonstrate what is the changes between all the versions, and you do not need to open, yeah. If you do open, remember to close it. If you do not close, Excel might having some challenge to read the file later on. So let me open summary record version 1. So I'm just opening the file. This is version 1. And it's the same thing like what we have seen just now. It has blank column. It has blank row, multiple blank rows. And the data goes horizontally, Jan, Feb, March. So this is version 1. It's just like very often when we are doing reporting, when we download the data from server from beginning of the year until March, maybe that's the month of March, I only can see 3 months of data. And sometimes after this is done, we go back to server on the month of June and download again. So that brings us to the version 2 data. In the version 2, I can see it has additional April, May, and June. At the same time, it carries forward from the previous month, Jan, Feb, March. I can see the same thing. It has a blank column, blank row. So these are the things I want to get rid of later on. And bear in mind, it has more columns now. So let me close and I go to version 3. On version 3, it has more months of data as blank rows, blank columns. These are the things we want to remove later on. So this is version 3. And let's see version 4. Version 4, it has the entire year. It has additional 3 more columns at the right side. And similarly, it has a blank column, blank rows. So these are the things we want to do it once so that it's able to accommodate for all future files. So this is what we are going to do. So I want to close the file. Do not open the file. Go to Excel. Go to Excel and open a blank Excel file. Once you have opened a blank Excel file, please type number 1. Once you have get yourself ready, open a blank Excel file, please type number 1. Okay, let's give 10 more seconds. Just a blank Excel file. Okay, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. So now we have a blank Excel file. Go back to your folder just now. Go back to your folder just now, where you could see the version 1, version 2, version 3, all this location. Go to the top. Yeah, go to the top. There's an address bar. Right-click on the address bar and choose copy address. Right-click on the address bar, choose copy address. If you have copied the address, please type number 2 in the chat. After you copy address, type number 2 in the chat. Good. Okay, good. I'm monitoring the chat roughly. Just now, 5 of you are actively following, so I will make sure there's about 5 of you responded. Okay, good. So we have this thing ready. Then we go back to our Excel. Go back to our Excel. We go to data. Go to the top data. And this button the placement of this button might be different in your Excel version. On my computer, there's something called get and transform is on the leftmost. Some of you will set this get data is in the middle. It doesn't matter. Look at your screen. There's something called from text CSV. From text CSV. Click on that button inside data. Yeah, find this from text CSV. Then you ask you where is the folder. Then you paste whatever you have copied just now. You paste and open. It will bring you directly to the folder. If you are able to follow up to this one, please type number 3. If you have errors, please type number 0. Okay, good. For those of you, if let's say you have encountered error at this moment, that means your file just now you haven't extract. You need to go back to your folder and extract. Okay, just in case some of you watching the recording later. Here we choose summary record version 1. Click on this one, summary record version 1. Yeah, and click import, or you could double click on the file name, version 1. And it will show you how the data looks like. If you're able to see something like this on your screen, please type number 4. Number 4, if you're able to see this on your screen. Very good, very good. Over here, you will see it has blank columns, blank rows, and the subtotal is not really required. Later on, we will need to remove it. And there's a lot of blanks under the alpha, under Bravo, Charlie, and so on. So that means we need to do some correction on this data. Whenever there's a correction needed, on this screen, go to lower right corner, second button or the button in the middle is between load and cancel. Currently, my button, the button in the middle is say transform data. Some of your Excel, the button name might be different. It might show edit data, transform. Because the name might change in the future, just look at the button in the middle. Yep, so mine is called transform data. Click on this transform data, and it brings me to Power Query Editor. If I insert Power Query Editor, please type number 5 in the chat. Very good, very good. Yeah, for those of you are using Power Query for the very first time, I just want to have a quick overview. On the left side is the data you have imported. On the right side are the steps you have performed on this data. And in the middle, it will show what are the steps we have performed for each one of them. If you click on different steps, you show things differently. And for the query setting, if you close this one, query setting, you want to bring it back, is go to view. There's something called query settings on the left side. On the Excel, you might see is a button, or you might see this as a checkbox. Whichever it is, doesn't matter. Just click on that query setting, and the query settings will appear. So this is a quick walkthrough how you're able to use all these things. Okay, and for those of you are new to Power Query, and if you're able to follow just now a quick walkthrough, please give me OK in the chat. If you are new to Power Query Editor, just now a quick walkthrough. Click on the setting, the query setting, open and close. Yeah, if you're able to follow, yes. One more thing, make sure your formula bar is always turned on. Yeah, the formula bar always turned on, because later on we are going to use the formula bar. Very good. If you happen to make some mistakes here, you can remove it using apply step. Just remove the step, just in case. Yeah. Okay, now we are here. We are going to remove the third column. Let's click on the third column. Yeah. Right click on the header. A quick tips. Whatever thing, almost a lot of things we want to do on the transformation, we could right click on the header. Yeah, almost a lot of things. Now I right click on the third column and choose remove. Second from the top, click remove. And the third column disappears and it shows remove columns. If you see this one, please type number 6. If you see this one, type number 6. Very good. Just now I have forgotten one thing. Usually a better practice, I just give you the better practice, you just follow. Whenever times permits, I will explain why. Usually the change type, we do not keep in the middle. Usually we will do it at the end. Usually we change type at the end. Now I want to invite you, go to change type. Use your mouse, there is an X beside change type. Delete the change type. Delete the change type, and it asks you whether you want to delete. Yeah, because I have a step after change type. So this is a common confirmation. You just say delete. Just remove change type. Yeah. After removing change type, I only has 3 steps. If you're able to get this one, please type number 7. Good. And we are going to take out certain blank rows. At the same time, I want to take out the subtotal. Because the blank rows and subtotal, they are on the row, on the column region. Like how you normally use in Excel, filter this column region and take out subtotal and blank. Okay, just filter. Go to filter, take out subtotal and blank. After you have unchecked subtotal and blank, click OK. And you will see they disappears. If I'm able to get this result, please type number 8. Good. For those of you who have attended previous sessions, now is a pop quiz. I have a data like this one, alpha, and it has blank underneath. How can I get the data towards bottom? What is the step I could use? Type in the chat. I have alpha here. Yep. I want to get it down. Move it down. Yes. It's called fill down. Over here, the fill down will not work. It will not work. Yeah, thank you. Very good, very good. It will not work because this is not now. Fill down only works whenever it's now. Now you can see it doesn't have the wording now. So it means it has something there. The something is very tricky. The something is called empty string. It's not now. Now is equivalent to blank in Excel. Empty string is not blank. Yeah, very weird. Very weird. This is how the database works. So now we cannot drag down, we cannot fill down. For us to make it work, we want to change all the empty string here, or the empty string, change it to now. Let's go to name. Right click on the header. Choose replace values. Choose replace values. And you ask you two things: value to find, leave it blank, replace with now. Type in lowercase. Type in lowercase, yeah. Value to find, replace with now. Lowercase NULL. Once you have done, click OK or press enter. And you will see all of them changes to now. If I'm able to get this result, please type number 2 in the chat. Yes. With all the nouns appears, this is the moment we could fill down. Go to the header, name. Right click on the name. There's something called fill. In the fill, and choose fill down. Fill down. And ta-da! If you're able to get the noun shows the data as per above them, type number 3 in the chat. Very good, very good. One more thing. I could see the Jan, Feb, March on the right side, and potentially I will have more columns towards right side. So I do not want to choose these 3 columns to unpivot because different Excel version might behave differently. To be on the safer side, we click on the name, on the header, and hold down Control key. Do not let go of the Control key and click on the region. Make sure you have 2 columns selected. After you have 2 columns selected, right click and choose unpivot other columns. From a third from the bottom, unpivot other columns. Click and everything goes vertically like this. If you're able to get 4 columns like this, please type number 4 in the chat. Good. Over here, you will see the attribute. This is not so descriptive. This is about month. To rename the header, we go to attribute, the header. Use your mouse to double click. Double click and change the attribute to month. Enter. Almost done. One more thing. One more thing. For those of you who have attended previous session, please answer me. What is a data type for value? What is the data type for value? Is it number, text, or date time? What is the current setting? What's the current setting? Is text. Yes, this is text. Supposedly, it needs to be, look at the data. Whole number. Yes, it needs to be a whole number because the data doesn't have any decimal. So we could use whole number. To change the data type, we click on the ABC, the small button here, beside the word value. Click and change to whole number. And some of you are unable to find this button. You could right click on the value column. And there's an option called change type. Change type to whole number. So there are two options here. One, you can just click on the ABC and change to whole number, or right click, change type, whole number. After you change type, you will notice the last step is change type. If I'm able to get this one up to this one, please type number 5 in the chat. Very good. Before we bring this data back to Excel, there's more adjustment, or is also a good practice as well. Whenever we want to make sure a query is reusable, we want to make the name generic whenever possible, because we want to make the things so-called the reusability. We want to use generic name. What does that mean? Currently is version 1. I might change it to version 2, version 3. If my name shows version 1, I might confuse myself whether it's version 1 or version 2. Or another way, my data is called quarter 1, Q1. I might reuse the same thing for quarter 2, quarter 3, and so on. If that's the case, I want to remove the wording quarter 1. Or another example, I'm using this Power Query to get the data from 2025. I might use the same thing for 2026, 2027. So therefore, I want to keep it generic, do not want to mention the year, so that I do not want to confuse myself in the future. Okay, so now we want to remove the version 1. This is a better practice. Remove it to make it generic and enter. Remove the name V1 and press enter. If you are able to change the name, please type number 6. Very good. So now we have done this part, and the final moment, we're going to bring this data back to Excel. We go to Home. Go to Home. The leftmost button, close and load, it has two parts when you use your mouse to point, as upper half and lower half. For our simple scenario, we just click on the upper half, close and load. Click, and it brings the whole thing back to Excel to a brand new worksheet. If you're able to get this final result, please type yay in the chat. Let's type yay. Very good. So now you have imported the data and clean up the whole thing using the R inside the R.O.C.K framework, and everything is done. Very nice. Good job, good job. We have done the version 1. Before we continue, any questions? Before we continue, any questions? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. How do we know the data we get during the work is empty string or is blank? Very good question. Inside Power Query, when you see the wording now, N-U-L-L, so that means it's blank. If you do not see the now, then it looks empty. Most likely it's empty string. So that's a quick way to check. Hope this addresses your question. Any other question? If you have question, type in the chat. Okay, good. So now we have this part ready. Repeat the answer again. Okay, repeat. Let me go back to here. Let me go back to Power Query. Just now it was here. Let's see. Because everything is, yeah. Example here. Currently, I see there's no wording now. It looks blank. Most likely, these are empty string, most likely. Sometimes it could be a single space. Another way to double check whether it's empty string or space, you could click one of the cells, it will show the data underneath. When you click and it's nothing appears, it's empty string. Okay. Just now we have done the replace values and you will see they are now. Now is equivalent to blank in Excel. In Excel, when you see something called like this one in Excel, this is equal to blank. Yeah, hopefully this one address your question, yeah? Good, good. Okay, now I go back. Yeah, that's blank and now. Any final questions before we continue? Give me a yes or no in the chat. If you have question, just type a question. If you have no, type no. Yes, that's another question. Yes, what kind of question you have, Zakira? I'm waiting to type questions. I noticed from previous session, the file show now, but this session we need to change it. Very good observation. Because different file type. Previous session, those files are Excel file. Excel file is able to recognize the blank. Here is CSV file. CSV file, it doesn't recognize the so-called the blank. Whenever it's blank inside CSV file, Excel will perceive the blank inside Excel from a CSV file as an empty string, not as per normal now. And this is a small difference between Excel and CSV. Very good observation. I hope that addressed your question. Good. Different file type, behavior very different. Any question? No more? Hey, give me some response lah. I'm talking to myself in the early morning Saturday. See? Not only respond. Okay, now we have done this part. And we have version 1. We have version 1, data in. Now we're going to change to version 2. Just now we have something called R.S.M. Reusability, scalability, and maintainability. Just now we have gone through a process, and now we are going to reuse the whole thing to version 2. For us to go back to Power Query, there are many ways. Let me show a quick way. Quick way is go to data. For those of you who are using Power Query for the very first time in your life, watch out this one. Listen to this one. Okay, go to data. Beside refresh all, you will see something called queries and connections. Click that one repeatedly. Click that one repeatedly. And you will see something appears and disappears on your screen. Next time, you want to click, make sure this is turned on. On the right side, queries and connection, double click on the queries name. Double click. Let's go back to Power Query Editor. Later on, when I mention go back to Power Query Editor, I will not mention how. This is the one of the ways, easier way. Type number 1, if you have gone back to Power Query Editor. Type number 1, if you are back here. Good. So we are going to change the source from version 1 to version 2. To adjust the source, on the right side, the very first step, it says source. Double click on the source. Double click on the source, and it gives you the file path. That is a location. Click browse. Click browse, and we choose version 2. Summary record version 2. Double click on summary record version 2. If you are able to browse and choose summary record version 2, please type number 2 in the chat. You can check the file name is version 2. Type number 2 if you have changed the file name to version 2. Okay, very good. Click OK. Click OK. And it brings the changes back to Power Query. Once you click OK, do you see there are additional columns? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. I see only up to column number 6. Just now, version 2, our manual inspection, yes, more columns. Do you see more columns after number 6? Yes or no? Now I see Jan, Feb, March. Do you see April, May, June? Do you see April, May, June? No? Yes? No? Yes? Yeah, it's only up to column number 6. Our data just now for the version 2, it has additional columns. Over here, it doesn't work. That is a behavior of CSV file. CSV file, the behavior very different than Excel. This is another different behavior. And you only need to do this one time. Okay, let me repeat. Whatever changes we're going to do is only one time. After this, you don't need to do this change again. While the source is still selected, go to the formula bar, expand the formula bar, make it wider. And you will notice one of the steps here, one of the options here, it says columns equal to 6. Remove the one I have boxed it. Manually remove columns equal to 6, comma. Remove this whole thing, the one I boxed it. Once you have removed, press enter. After you press enter, you will notice yes, more columns appears instantly. If you are able to get this one, please type number 3 in the chat. Yeah, just remove the one I boxed it now. Columns equal to 6. Let me remove mine as well. Remove. Press enter. So I will see more columns appears on the right side. This is only one-time job, yeah. Don't need to do it after that. Okay. So we have done this step. So for us to experience the steps, so now I want to invite you to click step by step from top to bottom to observe how the data change one by one. This step is not necessary. It's for us to double check. Okay, and now it's for us to double check. Click slowly on your screen. Click slowly, click promoter headers. You will see the header names appears. Click the next one, remove column. The blank column disappears. Click filter rows. The blank and the subtotal disappears. Click replace values. All the empty string becomes null. Then fill down, unpivot other columns, rename column, and change time. So what does that mean? The step by step just now. We have just reused it. Very nice. So let me summarize what we have learned here. Just now we have called R.S.M. Everything's here. Everything's here. What everything we have done, these are the steps we could reuse it again. This whole thing is called reusability. We could just reuse. And just now we have more data. Yeah, we have more data. It's able to accommodate. That is called scalability. And just now, we only need to do a minor adjustment on the source and the whole thing works. So that's called maintainability. So that's reusability, scalability, and maintainability. This is the reason why we want to use Power Query and the R.O.C.K framework to organize our data. And if you are able to get this one, please type number 4 in the chat. Good. So this is only one-time job. So now for those of you who have attended previous session, a small pop quiz. We have done the changes. How could I bring the changes back to Excel? Please teach me. To bring this data back to Excel, what should I do? Yeah, go to home, click close and load. Thank you, thank you. Close and load. And wait for a while for it to refresh, and you will see more data appears. And ta-da! If you're able to get this result, please type yay! Very nice. Managed to get it. Up to now, any questions? Up to now, any questions? No, not yet. Very good. Thank you for responding, Nadira. Okay. Yeah, I really appreciate response. Otherwise, Saturday morning, someone talking online to their computer and the person. Okay, just drama. So now we have changed from version 1 to version 2. So before we continue, do we need to do any changes from version 2 to version 3? Yes or no? Type in the chat. This question a bit tricky. Do we need to do any changes to change the source from version 2 to version 3? Yes or no? Type in the chat. Do we need to do any changes? Yes or no? To change the source from version 2 to version 3. Some say no, some say yes. Okay. Okay. It's a bit tricky question. For those of you say yes, what is the change I need to do? What is the change I need to do? Type in the chat. Yes, we need to change the source. We need to change the source. That's only change we need to do from version 2 to version 3. Okay, for those of you change no, means all the steps we could just reuse, only required to change the source. That's it. Yeah, you are partially correct. That's good. That's good. We don't need to change all the steps, only the source. Let's go back to Power Query Editor. We go back to Power Query Editor, go to the source, browse and change it to version 3. Version 3. And click OK. After changing to version 3, and when you go to the last step, you will see more data. July, August, and September. If you're able to get this one, please type number 2. Change the source and go to last step, July, August, September. Type number 2 if you're able to see this. Very good. Very good. Go back to Power Query Editor. Change the source. Double click on the source. Double click on the source and browse. Change to version 3. That's all. Okay. After you have changed to the source, click OK and click on the last tab. You will see as more data added. July, August, and September. Once you're done, to bring this data back, how could I bring this data back to Excel? Please teach me how could I bring this data back to Excel. Close and load. Yes, click close and load and brings the data back to Excel. Let it refresh and I could see July, August, and September. Good. So this is what we have done up to just now. And I wanted to invite you to do this on your own. Change from version 3 to version 4. Change to version 3 to version 4. And once you are done, type done in the chat. Once you have done, type done in the chat. Mm-hmm. Very fast. Good job. So we have done this part, changing from version 3 to version 4. And you will notice after you changing the source, everything works seamlessly, so much easier. Yes, very good. So imagine your work, you only requires to change the source and the rest is refreshed automatically for you. How will you feel by then? Just curious. If your work is only changing the source and everything is done for you, how will you feel? For me, I'll feel excited. Yes, I'll feel this one. And why am I typing? I will feel this one. Chillax. Less stress. How will you feel when everything is done? Relief. Yeah. So much fun, so much fun. So now I want to invite you to experience this on your own. I will not share the step. I will explain, I will discuss the whole thing and then give you an overview how to use the R.O.C.K framework applies in Power Query, and then you will do it on your own. Okay, if you have any question, I'm here to support you. I want to use the remaining time for your practice, and I'm here to support you. So now we go to the next folder. Okay, go to our folder just now. We have 4 folders here. 4 folders here. We have finance, HR, operation, and sales. Irregardless which department you are currently in, we just take this as an example. We go to sales folder. Let's go to sales folder. Let's go to sales folder. It has 4 files. Similar concept like just now. We want to load the file number 1, version 1. Do some cleanup, do some data transformation. Just bear in mind the R.O.C.K. Once it's done, everything okay, load it back to Excel. And then change the version 1 to version 2. And you will notice the additional column from version 2 doesn't appear. Then you need to go to the source and remove inside the formula, remove the columns equal to a certain number. Remove that. Then after that, everything should be working. Now I'm open the file. You don't need to open the file, yeah? If you do open the file, remember to close it. So I open sales summary version 1. Beware about R.O.C.K, particularly about a rectangle. Look at the data here. What are the things are not so good? Okay, type in the chat. What are the things not so good? Rectangle, the R.O.C.K, the rectangle. That means no blank rows, no blank columns. It grows vertically as no merging. Do you see any blank rows, blank columns here? Yes or no? Type in the chat. Yes, has blank column. Very good. What else? Does it have any blank rows? Nope, no blank rows. How about any merging or any blanks underneath? Yep, it has all these things. Okay. In normal Excel, these are merged because CSV file doesn't support merging. Does the data grows vertically? No. Very good. You can see the month, everything here. It goes sideways. So something similar like just now, the only things is we need to do some cleanup of the data. So this is version 1. Version 1 only has 3 months of data. Now I close version 1. I go to version 2 and open it. Oh, it has more data now. It's more data. There's additional column here. And it has delta. Delta appears here. Okay. So it has more data on the column and also on the row. And you would double check whether does it expand to accommodate more rows, more column. Those automatic expansion is called scalability. We want to check whether does it scale. Okay, so this version 2. So let me close it and open version 3. Okay, it has more. It has more columns and also a new row called echo. So this version 3. If I close it, I open version 4. Okay, yes, more and more. You look at the pattern, keep on repeating. What you need to do is you only need to do it once, and then you can make the whole thing reuse again and again. That is the power we want to achieve. It's called reusability. And you're going to experience yourself. Okay. So now, I want to set the timer. Make sure all of us able to proceed in the pace, in the right pace. Guess. How long would you need? How long would you need just to get the version 1 in and then change from version 1 to version 2? How long will you need? How many minutes? Type in the chat. How many minutes? Make a guess. If you're not giving, I will be giving you the time. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, good. So now all of you, you have 5 minutes to complete this one. I will show the timer on the screen. And you have 5 minutes. The time starts from now. One more minute. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Welcome back. Welcome back. For those of you who have done, please type done in the chat. For those of you still work in progress, please type WIP work in progress. I just want to know where you are at this moment. If you're done, please type done. If you work in progress, type work in progress. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nuru Zakira, for responding. Thank you, Rovina, for responding. And the rest, still busy. Okay, let me do a quick demonstration how you are able to approach this one. So let me do a quick demonstration here. Yeah. So I go back to here. I'm going to the folder, on the top. Copy the address, right click, copy address. Since just now we have a file, we could reuse the same file to import, which is a very common thing you might be encountering or using at your workplace. You do not open single data. You import multiple kind of data. So Power Query allows you to do so. So now I go to data from text CSV and paste the folder, enter, go to sales summary version 1, double click, and this data, and I need to do some correction. I click on the lower right corner, the button in the middle, click, and it brings me to Power Query Editor. Usually, change type is at the last step. So I remove the change type. And since I'm going to reuse this query again and again for version 2, version 3, I make the name generic. So that means I want to remove the V1. Enter. This is a blank column. I don't need. I right click, remove column. And there are no blank rows in between them, so I don't need to filter. Here, it has a blank. I need to make it null. Right click on the region, replace values from blank to null. Now I need to key in lowercase. Press enter. Everything becomes null. Right click on the region, fill down. And I need to keep region and product as vertical columns. So I select these two columns, right click on the header and pivot other columns. Before I bring the result back, I change the column name from attribute to month and also change the data type of value to whole number. So this is done. Go to upper left corner, home, close and load. And this is how we can bring the data back to Excel. Okay, good. So this is done. And I want to go back to Power Query and change from version 1 to version 2. Go to Sales Summary, double click. Go to the source, double click. Browse, change to version 2. When I double click and click OK, I do not see more columns beside more rows. What should I do here? Please type in the chat. Please guide me. I could see more rows like delta. I do not see more column. What should I do here? Yep. Go to the source, click on the source, go to the formula bar, remove the columns equal to number and comma. Remove this one and press enter so that I could see more columns. This is required to be done at least once on CSV file. Once we have done the changes, go to last step, I can see the delta. There's May, June. Yes, April, May, June. There's more data here. Close and load to bring this data back to Excel. Yep, so it works. So this is how we are able to import the data from sales and goes inside here. So far, any questions up to now? Let me know in the chat. So far, any question, yes or no? Okay, thank you, Balan, for responding. Okay, thank you, Rovina, for responding. Okay, thank you, Nuru Zakira, for responding. And change column, Jennifer, what do you mean? Change column. Do you mind to explain a little bit? Oh, type wrongly. Okay. Oh, there's no. Okay, good. Okay, got it. So this is what we have done for this part. And just curious, which department you are from? Please type in the chat. Do another quick survey. Which department you are from? You have HR. Type in the chat which department you are from. Purchasing, HR, operation. Okay. What else? Which department you are from? Yeah, type in the chat. Sales. Why? Good, good. We have a mix of the group here. So because our time is running towards the end, I want to up the game a little bit. Since no one is from finance. So you know what am I going to do? Go back to the folder just now. The learning folder, go to finance. Go to finance. Finance is a little bit tricky. The column slightly more, and the concepts, a thinking process still the same. Go to the finance folder, yeah. Go to finance folder. Let me open the file version 1. You don't need to open. If you do open, remember to close it. So now I go to finance version 1. Look at the data. And using the R.O.C.K, the R.O.C framework as a reference, what should I do on this data to make it analyzable? Yeah, type in the chat. What should I do? R.O.C.K, the R.O.C, and we are focusing on the R. No blank rows, no blank column. Very good. The blank column, don't need. What else? Yeah, yes, blank row. Does it have blank row? Yes, it does. It has a blank row. Okay, it's blank row. What else? As a noun, yes, these are the nouns I need to fill down. These are the noun. Yeah, these are the blank, empty string. What else? One more thing. Two more things, actually. There are two more things. Does the data goes vertically? Unpivot. Yes, you're right. You, Nadira. Okay, yeah, these are things I need to unpivot. So that means I want to go to the other way, unpivot other columns. So this column, it will add more towards the right side. So I need to unpivot other columns. One more thing. There's one more thing. There's one record that we don't need in our data. Subtotal, yes, you're right. The subtotal we don't need. We need to filter out the subtotal. Yeah, subtotal. Need to filter the subtotal. Yeah, what happened to this? Yeah, subtotal. Good. So now you have this one, this version 1. Version 1. Let me close it. And I go to version 2. Version 2. And similar structure. We want to remove the blank rows, blank columns, still the same. The subtotal. This one, it has additional column. If we use remove, if we use unpivot other columns, the additional column will be able to accommodate as well. Okay, now you have, how long do you need? This is a bit tricky. Yeah? How long do you need? Type in the chat. How long do you need? You can challenge yourself a little bit. Okay, good. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Good, good, good. Okay, so you have 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Challenge yourself a little bit. 5 minutes. You could do it. You could do it. Okay, you have 5 minutes and the time starts now. Once you're done, type done in the chat. Two minutes. One more minute. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Yes, welcome back, welcome back. Wow, well done, well done, well done, well done. Okay, I want to recognize for those of you have completed very good. Nuru, Zakira, Rovina, Nadira, Jennifer, well done. Okay, just now, one of you mentioned want to have 6 minutes and you are able to complete within 5 minutes. Good job, good job. Give us a big hand. Yes, yes, well done. Good job. So you have made it, you have made it. And well done, Balan, as well. Good job. So you can see, once you have the framework in your head, whatever things you are doing, no matter how the data looks like, maybe slightly different, at least you're able to come out your own solution. So that is the purpose of having a framework in our head using R.O.C.K. Now we're only starting with the R. In the future, we add more and more. So now I just want to quickly walk you through, just in case some of you not quite sure how to get this thing. So I will walk you through for this part. I'm inside the finance folder. Yeah, inside finance folder, right click on the address, right click, copy address. Go back to Excel, data, get data from text or CSV, paste the location inside the file name, press enter. It has all the version, click version 1, double click, then it shows how the data looks like, transform data, and it brings us to Power Query Editor. Very good. Usually, the last step is change type, as you're going to move the column around. So the last step, we remove. And I want to make this thing reusable for future, version 2, version 3, and so on. So I want to keep the name generic. Remove the V1. As we have the experience just now, the column name, it will get extended. So number of columns will get extended. So now I could just go to the source, go to the formula bar, and remove columns equal to 7, inclusive of the comma. Remove that and press enter. So this is done. Then I go to click on the last step. Before I continue, remember, click on the last step. Remove the blank column, right click, remove column. And I need to remove the blank here. Whenever the cost center is blank, it will remove the subtotal as well as the blank row. So I could just go to cost center, filter, take out the blank. Okay, and it's gone. For the department, currently is blank, it's not now, it's empty string. Go to department, right click, replace values from blank to now. After that, click OK. We have the first data as all the nouns underneath. Right click on the department, fill down. Okay, so I have 3 columns that I want to keep vertically and unpivot the remaining on the right side. So I click on the first column, department. As I want to continuously click until description, I could hold down Shift key and click on the header description. So that means whatever in between them will get highlighted. Right click on one of the headers and pivot other columns. Before bring the data back, change the header, change the attribute to month, and change the value to whole number, because the number doesn't have any decimal, so whole number. All done, bring the data back, is go to home, close and load. And wait for a while, and ta-da! So this is the version 1. It only has Jan, Feb, March. So I go back, double click, change from version 1 to version 2. Go to the source, double click on the source, click on the browse, and choose version 2. Click OK. And notice it has more columns shown because we have changed the address bar. The columns equal to 7. We have removed the limited number of columns. So to double check, it's also a good practice. I click step one by one from top to bottom. At the same time, you will observe the things change in the middle. This is just a good practice to double check. Okay, everything works. Then go to home, close and load. Bring the data back. Load for a while. Yes, it has more data added. So this is how we are able to apply the similar thinking process to get rid of the things we don't need and use a similar technique in different set of data. So this one we have done. And now I want to ask any questions up to just now. Yeah, let me know any question. If you do, type the question. If you do not have any question, please type no, N-O. Any questions, yes or no? No, no, no. Good, good, good. Okay, so this is what we have learned, and I want to have a quick refresher. I want to invite you type in the chat. What have we learned this morning? Type in the chat. What have we learned? Means what is specific technique we have learned. Type in the chat, yeah. Thank you. Balance say the R in the R.O.C. framework. R stands for rectangle. There's something we could check quickly. Make sure there's no blank rows, no blank columns. It doesn't have any merging, and the data grows vertically. Narira mentioned reusability, scalability, and maintainability. There's a reason why we want to use the R.O.C. framework together with the Power Query to make our data way, way easier to manage. And Nurul Zakira mentioned it's a different file, different behavior. In Excel file, the blank is shown now. Inside CSV file, the blank cell means empty string, not a now. Yeah, Jennifer mentioned it's efficient for easy data analysis. Yes, whenever the data is organized in this way, it's very easy to analyze later on. Okay, good. And yeah, Naria add on is lesser time to update report as well. Very good, because we have reusability, scalability, and maintainability. It's only one-time job at the very beginning. Then next, only change the source and refresh. That's so much easier. And this is only the beginning. There are more in the future. Good. So now I want to know, type in the chat, what's one thing you like the most about this kind of 2 hours learning session? Type in the chat, what's one thing you like the most? Okay, thank you. Step-by-step guidance. Yep, that is my intention. A lot of time people attend training or whenever they are learning something, it doesn't have enough time for the person to really let the learning sink in. So by having this kind of 2 hours kind of weekend learning, you will be benefiting. At the same time, there's a small support. I will need you to spread this word, spread the work we are doing here to your colleagues, to your friends, especially they are using Excel almost every day. Invite them to join this one. So I want to have more people to aware how able to use this framework and how to use Power Query to make their work easier and faster. Yeah, thank you. And there's one thing you like the most is clear explanation and presentation, clear instruction and easy to understand for newbie. Very good. And in the future, it's going to be get tougher. So for those your friends, colleagues, they are joining later part of it, you may want to invite them to watch the recording before starts. Okay, of course, the live learning will be much more fun, much more, we can interact with each other. For the recording, okay lah, not so much of the kind of interaction. Good, so now I want to share a quick update, what is happening here, quick update. Quick update here. The very first one is next week, we are having a session called Excel for HR. It's going to combine together with Power Query, the HR thinking, and the framework thinking, plus to come out a dashboard, and then present the dashboard. So that's on next week in Chiras. This is the first session, most likely will be last session for this year. If there are more requests coming in, we will be hosting this one. Last year we have 2, this year we have only 1 because the time is quite packed. And end of this month, we have R.O.C.K of data, group study number 3. Today is number 2. So same timing, 9 to 11. Mark your calendar, watch out the update in the group as well. And sometimes we have the group and people are only talking about Excel. Sometimes I get this feedback. Hey, Tai, you only talk Excel, meh? You have no life, meh? Okay, when I hear this kind of feedback, I want to have a small gathering, like meet and greet kind of thing. And yeah, clay workshop at my town at 13th of June. Not May, that's typo. At 13th of June. Maybe can I change this one? Yeah, this is, yeah, it's June, not May. From 10 to 12, about 1 hour plus to 2 hours. You buy the ticket online. More details will be shared in the group. Then we'll be going together, then just have fun, doing some work. For me, I always wanted to have a bigger mug. Now my mug is quite small. I want to have bigger mug. That'll be much more interesting. I'm holding a mug that I made myself. Wow, that'll be very interesting. One of the kind, I can see my thumbprint, fingerprint, whatever thing on the mug. So that's the workshop. And we're going to have the same thing next month. R.O.C.K your data, the group study or study group number 4 is on 20th of June, Saturday, same timing, 9 to 11. You can see the pattern is going to more and more. So this is a quick update we have up to this one. Take a screenshot if you want to, and I will share this one in the group as well. Yeah. So yeah, you can see how we want to make the thing fun, accessible, and yeah, enjoyable. Before we wrap up this thing, any question that you have? Final one. Okay. Any final questions? If no, there's one final thing is group photo. Yes, turn on your camera. I want to take a group photo. You can see I'll take the group photo towards the end. Make sure you all have the learning before we do some other things. Turn on the group camera if you are okay to take a photo. Yes. If you have some other question, you could ask later or stay back a little bit. Yes. There's one question. We have V1, V2, V3. Sometimes our data, they are separate. Can we combine them together? The answer is yes. in the future session. They're going to have more. Okay. So turn on your camera. If you're okay, we have give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now for those of you who turn on the camera, I'm very grateful to see your smile and look at your camera lens and smile. Okay. Okay, good. Let me screenshot this part. I only have one screen. Got it. Thank you very much and wish you have a nice weekend. Once the recording is ready, I will share in the group. Feel free to share with your colleagues, your friends, especially those that are using Excel regularly. With that, enjoy your weekend. I see you either in the clay workshop or in the next session. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye.